Welcome to the Intro to Gemara video series. In this series, you're going to learn many of the whereabouts, the details of learning Gemara. For example, why do we learn Gemara? What is Gemara? What's a Braita? What's a Mishnah? Who wrote the Gemara? Why in the world do we need to write the Gemara? And all these different questions that we have on the Gemara. So that when we start to learn Mishnah and Gemara, we'll be able to have a whole understanding and we'll know why, what we're doing. So first things first, in the year 2448, that's right, 2448, Moshe Rabbeinu goes up to Har Sinai and stays there for 40 days. During that 40-day period, 40-day period, Hashem teaches Moshe Rabbeinu the Torah Shebichtav, the written Torah, and the Torah Sheba'al Peh, the oral Torah. The written Torah, Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, I want you to write it down. In this written Torah, the actual 5 books of the Torah that we have, you know the 5 books, Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Devarim. Inside of all those books, Hashem tells Moshe to write down many halachot. And we learn many things. For example, respecting your parents, keep Shabbat, don't kill, don't steal, and many more halachot. Part 2, we learn Hashem taught Moshe the oral Torah. Like we said before, the Torah Shebe'al Peh. Now, the oral Torah, it was never supposed to be written down. We're going to talk about that maybe in another lesson why. But it wasn't supposed to, and Hashem did not want Moshe to write it down. Instead, he told it to him. And part of the oral Torah are 3 different parts. Number 1, you have all the halachot which are hinted in the Torah, right? So sometimes the Torah would say a phrase. For example, kabed et avicha ve'et imecha, which means literally respect your dad and your mom. And we learn from here, respect your parents, obviously. Now the question is, why is there that one word et? It's an extra. Et, as we know, for the most part, doesn't really mean anything. Has no translation, nada, yet. So what in the world was the word et doing there? Chachamim tell us that that's a hint. That's supposed to be a hint. It's a hinting to us of a halacha. What halacha do we learn from that one word? We learn from there that you not only do you have to respect your dad and your mom, but it also means that you have an older brother, you have to respect him too. And so when you read that pasuk, kabed et avicha, respect your dad, ve'et imecha, and your mom, you also have to remember, that et is coming to hint to your older brother. I also need to respect my older brother. So if you're an older brother, you should be happy. Like me, I'm an older brother. I always tell my younger brother about this. Natan, you have to respect me too. If you're a younger brother, don't forget to respect him. Part 2 of Torah Sheba'al Peh is Halacha Moshe Misinai. As we said, a lot of the halachot weren't written down in the actual Torah. So some of the halachot were told to Moshe directly. Hashem tells Moshe like this, and Moshe like that. We give an example of what a halacha Moshe Misinai would be in class. And we said it would be, for example, to have the tefillin straps, that they should be black. That is a halacha Moshe was taught on Har Sinai. Hashem told him the tefillin straps of tefillin, when you put it on, when you're 13, should be black. That is an example of halacha Moshe Misinai. It's an area where Hashem says, this is the halacha. And it wasn't written down in the Torah anywhere. The third part in Torah Sheba'al Peh, oral Torah, Moshe Rabbeinu had the ability to make certain gezerot and takanot. We spoke about this in class. A gezerah is a decree, and a takana is an establishment, a rule. And Hashem gave the ability, this power to rabbis to make up certain gezerot and takanot, to make certain fences, to make certain rules and regulations, and extra stuff. It's not like the Torah doesn't say it, just the rabbis made it up. Why? The rabbis make up this gezerot so we don't end up doing worse. What's a classic example of a gezerah? Muktzah. What's muktzah? Don't touch that, it's muktzah, don't move it, Muktzah. What is muktzah? The Torah, if you look in the Torah, it doesn't say in the entire Torah anything about muktzah. However, Chachamim have this power to make, I'm going to be a little stricter, I'm going to say, don't move any item that's muktzah. Why? Because if you move a muktzah item, you might come to actually use it. Or it might ruin your Shabbat, because eventually you're going to start moving stuff and you won't feel Shabbat, right? Many reasons. But Chachamim and Moshe Rabbeinu had this power to create more halachot, more rules and regulations in order for us to keep the Torah properly. Okay, so that was great. A quick 30-second recap of everything we just heard about in this video. Here we go. In the year 2448, who do we ever? 2448, Moshe Rabbeinu goes up to Har Sinai for 40 days. Hashem taught him the Holy Torah, Torah Shebichtav, the written Torah, and the Torah Sheba'al Peh. He says, Moshe, don't write down the oral Torah, the Torah Sheba'al Peh. Rather, only write down the written Torah. Now, in the written Torah Shebechtav, there are many halachot. Don't kill, don't steal, be nice, be kind, right? All these different halachot that we learn from the Torah. Keep Shabbat, right? I love Shabbat. Now, in the Torah Shabbat Al-Peh, there are 3 different parts. We said number 1 was the parts that are hinted to, right? The respect your older brother. But it doesn't say directly, respect your older brother. Yeah, it doesn't say that. Rather, it's a hint. Kabet et avicha v'et imecha. We spoke about that. Next, the second part of the Torah Shabbat Al-Peh is Halacha Moshe Sinai. Hashem told Moshe directly, don't forget the tefillin straps, they should be black. Okay, but don't write it in the Torah. This doesn't say in the actual written Torah. It only is in the oral Torah. Now, the last part of the part 3 of the oral Torah is the power, the superpower that any rabbi, and Moshe Rabbeinu as well, have the power to create certain gzerot and takanot. We said is the decrees and the laws. They have the certain power to make more halachot and give that over to the Jewish people. Okay, you guys are great. That was lesson number 1. I can't wait to see you all on lesson number 2. It's going to be great. You can review this video, pause it if you need help. You can write down something if you want. But the main thing is to keep on rocking, to keep on practicing, keep on reviewing. Amelut b'Torah, you have to toil in Torah. If you want to be a Talmid Chacham, you want to be Rav Chaim Kanievsky, Rav Ovadia Yosef, you need to go and toil and work hard in Torah. Okay, guys, that was great. I can't wait to see you on lesson number 2.